Thursday. Hope you're doing good. Hi, surrounded by perverts. Hi, Brookie Love. Good to see y'all. Yeah. No sound. Oh, okay. No sound. No sound. Huh. Chotomate. Okay. Okay. Whew. I was like, my microphone is like, it's glowing. Good, good. Well, glad it's working. Hi, surrounded by perverts. Hi, Brookie Love. Hope y'all are good. Happy Thursday. This has been a week. Yeah, it's been a week. So usually at the end of the quarter, the department I roll under, we do catered lunches. Oh, Green Yoshi! Oh, thank you so much, Yoshi! Thank you for the subscription for 2 months. I appreciate it. Tatsuo, hi! Hope y'all are having a good Thursday. I was just mentioning that this month has gone by. It's been so weird this week. I didn't realize it was end of quarter for my work. Usually, I know because there's all these like catered lunches, and today I was just kind of like, I got all these like notifications because also at the end of the quarter we have these like points that you can like give to people, and you can redeem those points for gift cards and stuff like that, or stuff. Anyways, I just got a bunch of notifications that was like, somebody's giving you points. And I was like, why is everybody doing it? And I was like, I got dropped off of the invite for the free lunches. And I was like, no, what happened? So I messaged one of the girls that organizes it, and I was like, hey, is there a lunch? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't get the invites this week. And she was like, I was wondering where you were. She's like, I thought I hadn't seen you. And so, so she was like, well, we still have like, yeah. So I came in for today's free lunch, and then there was like some like untouched leftovers from like other days that I was like, I guess I can take those off your hands. And she saved me a gelato. That was really nice. Yeah. Tatsuo, there's so many police and emergency out right now. Oh no. I hope everything's okay where you're at. Yeah. Surrounded by purpose. They exiled me. I don't think she would have done it. I think a new person was inviting, and the distro list I am on, or should be on, for some reason I'm not. And I know that happened before, so I have to go figure that out. But yeah. Scam. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the gelato. Y'all, it was a unique flavor. It was a watermelon and yuzu flavored gelato, and it was pretty dang good. I mean, well, it was very good. The flavor was very good. I don't feel like it was like gelato consistency, but in all fairness, the gelato cart was here yesterday, a day I missed. So maybe fresh gelato would have been different. It tasted a little too like slushy for like I said, still very delicious, just not what I imagined gelato. So all good though, all good. 254. All right. Keep up the great work, Tatsuo. Let's make our own gelato. Oh, and then this was a funny thing. The person who usually or who I like had reached out to, she's I think she's vegan, and she was talking about, oh no, she's not vegan, but she's lactose intolerant, and so they have a vegan gelato, this place, and so she was excited that she would be able to like eat it. And I don't know if anybody's watched Scott Pilgrim, but there's a bit where it's just like, gelato's not vegan? And then he goes, it's milk and egg, bitch. It's very silly, but a very good movie. Enjoyed that, yeah. Yes. Surrounded by purpose. You remember too? Yeah. Sounds fun, but yours would probably be messed up. Oh, yeah? Just your ice cream mixing skills aren't Tatsu, I don't know why you think you'd mess it up. It's milk and egg, and fruit, I guess, depending on what flavor you want. I mean, in all fairness, I say that I've never made gelato, so yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's a level of complexity that I'm unaware of. Yeah. Your favorite scene of that movie is when the vegan police hit him with the de-veganizing. Yeah, I like one of the like subtle things about them, or like behind the scenes kind of like there's that focal point where like Scott is like talking with Ramona after the guy gets, neutralized. But the vegan police do this like high five in slow motion in the background, like, yeah! It's pretty funny. Chicken parm isn't vegan? Tatsuo, you haven't done ice cream since you were a kid? I see. mm Yeah, good times. Well, I'm so glad that y'all are here, and I can't believe it. We're doing another finale. So, yay. Yay. All right, let me get the game all sorted. Your teacher has to give you hers? Ah, okay. Chotto, where's my controller? Here we go. Let's see. Loud, my bad. Scare. Yeah. Very jump scare for sure. So, fun fact: Roxy's actress from that movie is the voice actress for Katara for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's a bit loud, Green Yoshi. It's stinky, like, cause I always like set the music to be lower, but it just starts blaring, and it's like, well, I want to hear the voices. Like sometimes it's too quiet, and then sometimes it's too loud. Like they need to figure out this like sound mixing stuff, or maybe I need to figure out this sound mixing stuff. That is also a possibility. All right, here we go. We're on chapter 9, the finale for Hibiki, our yandere boyfriend. Let's see what we doing. We are gonna. I'm trying to remember what happened last time. He was just kind of like, he was lying to us. He was just like, oh yeah, no, I'll totally pass. Don't worry. And then he didn't. And then it was just like, oh, it's because you're still really angry at your mortarer. And they're just like, oh, you got me. Also, I love you. Also, let's kiss. And we did. And he did not zap me. I did not zap him. We're good. Sorry, I needed a sip of water. Actually, another sip. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I think we are... What are we doing? Yeah, we're gonna confront the mortarer? Maybe the mortarer's in hell. I'm not quite sure. Let us see. Lechuga. Let us go. Up we go. After Hibiki lost consciousness, I dragged him to a nearby classroom. Why did he lose consciousness? I cannot. It does not go back that far. Why did he lose consciousness? I don't remember. Oops. What would I do if I ran into a wraith now? I knew it would be safer to call Kureha, but if I did so, I'd have to explain to him why Hibiki passed out. Is it because we made out? I don't remember. Let's see. I mean, like, we had a really lovely moment with him. We told him our name, and he was just like, oh my gosh. You know, that gives him power. You're not supposed to give your name to spirits. It gives them power, but we were just like, no, I trust you, so I'm going to give it. But yeah. But he told us his feelings, and we accepted them, so I just can't remember this part. 1 week was so far away. And that would be way too embarrassing. It must be the kiss. Maybe I should try to wake him? Hibiki? Are you alright? He's not waking up. Seems like all I can do is wait. I gazed at him, gently reaching out to his cheek. I was filled with the desire to touch him. As my fingertips brushed against his cheek, I felt his unique warmth. In that moment,
こんなことになったのは全部あいつのせいだ。月神イサを許さない。僕の幸せを奪ったあの男。
ooh, he will not forgive Isao Tsukigami. He fainted because we said we left him? Is it? Okay, you're probably right. I quickly let go of his hand, and the sounds and images that had flooded to me ceased. Why is he still seeing that? Though I didn't have a headache, the rushing thoughts left me feeling lightheaded. Hibiki?
ここは教室？
I see. Thanks for the rewind surrounded by perverts. That's right. You collapsed, and so I brought you to this nearby classroom.
そうなんですね。恥ずかしいです。
After regaining consciousness, he looked around and pulled himself up. How are you feeling? Are you hurt?
多分心臓は動いてないですけど、ずっとドキドキしてる感じがして、感情が爆発しちゃっただけです。きっと。
Despite having just woken up, his eyes stared at me, aflame with passion. His gaze made my heart race, making me forget what I had just seen. Yeah, no supernatural phenomenon, just a twitch-a-pated.
触ってもいいですか？あなたに僕の思念が流れないよう強く意識するから。だから。
It's a pubescent awakening. Oh. Perhaps he had been holding his thoughts back when we touched in the hallway before. That's why I didn't see anything then. I held out my hand and Hibiki gently took it, smiling brightly back at me.
どうですか？
Nothing. No visions. I guess that's thanks to you, Hibiki.
心残りにあった闇が薄らいでいるのはあなたのおかげですよ。あなたが僕を照らしてくれた。暖かくて優しい幸せな光。僕はそれを守りたくなったんです。あなたのぬくもりがいつまでも失われないように。
Looking a little embarrassed, Hibiki blushed and looked at the ground.
だから本当の心残りは話せなかった。ごめんなさい。
Wanting to protect something. Does that mean you were thinking about me?
はい。無事に写し終え帰ってほしい。そのためならあなたに嫌われることでも躊躇なくやろうと思いました。キスをした時のことがまさにそれで。
So you were trying to chase me out of the mirror world? Yeah. Hibiki, I didn't want you to know I was a cringe yandere, but we do, man. We knew it before.
はい。でもダメだったんです。これで良かったんだっていくら思っても、あなたを追い出した後、心にぽっかり穴が開いたようで。幽霊なのにおかしいんです。寒くてたまらなくて。だからあなたとの思い出で心を温めながら鏡の前で待っていたんです。
Waiting by the mirror? For me? I hadn't expected him to say that. No matter how many times I called out to him from in front of the mirror, he didn't respond.
もちろんです。情けないことに、あなたを思うのはやめられなくて。鏡の外が写し世に戻った後も、あなたはこの学校へ通う。それならずっと鏡の前にいようと、座り込んでいたんです。
Watch you from my car.
もしかしたら僕を思い出して、鏡に笑いかけてくれるかもしれない。そんな期待をして。でも、いつまで経っても外は赤いままで、おかしいなって思っていたら、あなたが抗議してきて。
I couldn't see him, but he was in the mirror. He was right in front of me the whole time.
すごく胸が痛かったんですが、ここで出て行ったら、今までの努力が水の泡だから。まさか、またこうして会えるとは思いませんでした。それも、あなたと触れ合えるなんて。
Hibiki, looking a little nervous, extended his other hand. He then touched my cheek with it.
温かい。
His expression was not like the one before, a ghost captivated with the warmth of the living. He was simply staring at the person he loved. No. He's looking so longingly at me. I felt my heart beat faster and faster. Hibiki? Our hands and fingers further entwined with one another. Thank you for caring about me. He put a lid on his own feelings for me to push me away and keep me safe. He wanted me to go back to my world and to live a happy life.
あなただって僕のことを考えてキスをしてくれたんでしょ。
That's right. I'm no different than you. It just took me longer to realize how important you are to me. We were very similar indeed, especially our desire to sacrifice ourselves for the sake of the people we love. Perhaps we're some kind of kindred spirits. Oh, too soon? Too soon? Oh, man. After all, we both neglect our own desires to protect the people we care about.
僕の場合は守りたいもの全部じゃありませんよ。他でもないあなただから。
Ooh, here's the part where it gets scary. He's like, I hope that there's nobody else you want to protect besides me. Yeah, that feels racially insensitive, isn't it? But it was the same with your mom too, right? That's why you were always putting on a fake smile for her, right?
あ確かにそうだった。
When I heard you tell that story, it really reminded me of myself. I've done things too. I've done things to try and keep my mom happy too.
もしかしてそれは進路のことですか？
As if to give him a silent affirmation, I gently squeezed his hand.
前に言っていましたよね。進路のことでとても悩んでいたって。
When I was very little, my mother already decided my path for me. I always just accepted that, but when I started to wonder if it was really the right path for me, my mother would just put up a giant wall between us.
あなたのお母さんはどうしてその道を進むべきだと思っているんですか？
Because I think she wanted me to be like my father.
そんなに立派な方だったんですね。
Yeah, he was. He passed away when I was young, so I didn't get to really know him.
それなら聞いてみたらいいんじゃないですか？
Shoot the
お
wall
父さん
down.
のこと。
Well?
お父さんのような人間になることを望まれているなら 同じ進路を選ぶより前にまず知らないといけないかなって。それにお母さんがどんな思いを抱えているのか知りたくないですか？
Come to think of it, she only ever told me that my father was a wonderful doctor. I had heard about his accomplishments in the medical field countless times, but I hardly knew anything about his personality or character. Green Yoshi, thank you so much for the summertime redemption. What is summertime? Hold on. I think something was supposed to happen, but it didn't. ちょっとWait, give me a second. Here, I'm gonna switch. Well, no, I can't switch views. TBD. I might have to refund your thing if I don't figure out. Or you know what? I'm gonna pull the curtain back. I guess you can see. Yeah, not even one throwable like last time. Let me see. I think that there's a way for me to. Okay, editor. Okay. Studio mode. Okay. No, that's not gonna do what I needed to do. No. I'm saying I can I will refund you. I was hoping I could just figure out what was wrong, but I guess oh, I don't know. Sorry. In lieu of that, what can I do? Do I have any other? Do you want a free boyfriendo? Yeah, sorry about that, Green Yoshi. Shoot, I don't know why it's not working. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I can. Here we go. Okay. I think I can look at it. Okay. I made this layer invisible. Caleb, sure, we could do that. Okay, let me see. Throw scene. Let me just peep at what trigger manager. Summertime! Exclamation point. You did that. Channel points. Yes. Cooldown. Amount to throw. Well, yeah, but we didn't even see one. Let's see. Okay, I only just did one. Let me do like 10. Okay. Weird. But we didn't even get like one. That's so strange. No. It, sorry. It, you did it correctly. It did not do correctly. That's, yeah. Like I said, I'm happy to refund you since it didn't work, but and I will get that sorted for next time. Dang! But yeah, freebie Caleb, you got it. Boyfriendos. Cha-cha! Woo! Yay! All right. I should get wedding Caleb. I should get all the Calebs. I think, or maybe like robot suit Caleb. Oh, they're all good. Okay. We don't know anything about our dad. It's Kureha. No, just kidding. No, that would be such a problem. Maybe I should ask her about how she felt about my father. Hibiki's words sunk deep into my heart. They seemed to take all the dark feelings I'd been pressing toward my mother and dissolve them away. Hibiki, you're really amazing. I'd never even thought about that before. I never thought about treating my mother like a human and asking her questions.
少しでもお役に立てるのなら嬉しいです。まあ、自分のこととなるとなかなかうまくいかないんですけどね。
You mean about crossing over? Hibiki's expression turned slightly bitter, and he removed his finger from my cheek.
未だにある心残りをどうしたらいいのか、自分でもわからないんです。闇は確実に薄らいでいるんですけど、それでも未練は残ったままだから。
By resentment, you mean toward Isao Tsukigami? After gathering up my courage to ask, Hibiki looked toward the ground.
成仏した先に両親が待ってくれている。そんな気がして、すぐにでも会いに行きたい気持ちはあります。でも、あいつにされたことを、どうしても許せないんです。
What can I say to him if he doesn't even want to think about forgiving him? Hibiki, what do you want to do to Isao Tsukigami?
どうしたいか、なんて、前から決まっています。同じ苦痛を味わわせる。それだけです。
Dang, he said that. No blinks, man.
誰の助けも来ない、あの鏡に閉じ込めて、ある日は何箇所も刺してやって、ある日は足を切り落として。
Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked. I gotta go. I think I hear my mom calling me.
まあ、幽霊だから傷はつかないんですけど、苦痛を与えることはできますから。毎日そうして苦痛を与え続ければ、悪霊化すると思うんですよ。
Do you want a hacksaw for that?
知っていますか？悪霊はただただ上に苦しむって。
Dang.
上に苦しみ、孤独に苦しみ、さまよいながら憂さを晴らす。誰かを襲うことで。ね。
Oh, it was that creepy. Right? They're hangry. Wraiths are mean to us because they're hangry. I couldn't help but cringe. I felt this conversation was turning dark. You say attack, but in the mirror world, there wouldn't be anyone for them to attack, right?
そこなんですよ。
His smile grew wider and wider.
どうなっちゃうんですかね。上に耐えられず、魂が枯れて消えちゃうのかな。
Hibiki. I mean, we knew, but like... I could feel his hand in mine begin to grow frigid. My head hurt so much, but I couldn't let go. I wouldn't let go. If I do... If Hibiki knew that he was harming me again, he might try to send me home. He would have said he's dangerous. He would have told me I shouldn't be around him anymore. There's still a part of him that's drawn to the darkness. He said before that the darkness in him was getting weaker, but if given the chance, it still comes back. He was emotionally unstable. Yeah, yeah. Those words came into my mind. This is what Seiya was worried about. But I couldn't give up. If I really am his light, then... I tightly squeezed his hand. I would have to warm his heart. Warm?
はい。とても。
The expression on Hibiki's face changed, and the chill from his hands gradually subsided. The chill I felt in his hands before was something very different from his normal cold. She really said, I can fix him. She did. You're right. She said it, and she's doing it.
もしかしなくても、僕また暴走しちゃいました。
It didn't freak you out when I said I want to cut off his legs, did it? Yo. Just a bit.
すみません。成仏しないと、あなたを返してあげられないのに、どうしたらいいのか、わからない。これが、正直な気持ちです。
Even if I can't fix him, someone has to try. Those are my feelings too. How could I help him cross over? After everything he experienced and spending decades consumed by hate for what Isao Sukigami did to him, there was no way I alone could fix things. Yet, as these feelings of weakness rose within me, the darkness in him will return, and he'll be at risk of becoming a wraith too. For the time being, I needed to talk to Hibiki. If only there was a way to let go of your hatred for Isao Sukigami. But I know that's not something you can just do either. Without answering, Hibiki just let his gaze wander around the room.
とりあえず、鏡の中の世界に戻りませんか?
Remember how I tried to trap you there before? It's totally fine. I won't do it again. Yeah, you're right. If we stay here, there's a risk a wraith could attack me again. Upon opening the classroom door, I found someone unexpected. Ooh, it's Yui! Yui?
ごめんなさい。クレハさんから響さんがこちらの世界に来たと聞いて、少し前から盗み聞きしていました。
Replace your hatred for him with your love for me. Or just punch his kid. Keep this cyclical generational hatred going. Just kidding. Don't hurt Yui. She's sweet. She's doing her best. Seeing Hibiki's surprise, she looked directly at him and knelt down quietly.
私が父の代わりになりましょう。恨みを私にぶつけてください。
No, you can't do that, Yui. If you do...
口を出さないでちょうだい。これは私のすべきことなのだから。
But no, this is all wrong. Besides, there's no way that Hibiki would go along with that. At least, that's what I wanted to believe, but when I turned to look at him...
あなたを代わりに
Okay, I'm gonna cut off your legs.
はい。父があのようなことをしたのは、すべて私のせいなのですから。私は自分の意志で行方をくらましたのです。
He's not going to reject her? Seeing Hibiki's face struggle with the choice in front of him, I quickly took his hand. I'm sorry, Yui. We'll have to discuss this another time.
わかりました。
This feels dangerous. I pulled him along as we left. After that, Hibiki gave me permission, and the two of us entered the mirror world together. Phew, that was close. I should probably keep the two of them separated for now. Hibiki, you can't take Yui up on her offer. Seeing Hibiki still in a daze, I called out to him with a firm tone. Making a child pay for the sins of their parent. That's wrong, okay?
わかっています。わかっているのに。
Finally, Hibiki turned his eyes to look at me. His face was contorted in pain.
あの子は何も悪くないって。わかっています。でも、あの子が代わりになれば、僕の気も晴れて、 そうしたら成仏できてあなたも帰れる。
For me? My head, which had been flustered until now, quickly calmed down. It was clear his love for me was immeasurable. I thought I knew that already, but I also think the way he loves me is wrong. It wasn't just that he was putting me first. It was the only thing he was thinking about, which wasn't right either. I'm happy to know you're thinking about me, but you must not hurt her, okay? Oh, he's upset. It's not right to hurt someone innocent to try and protect the person you love. You'll be no different than Isao Sukaga. I immediately held my tongue. Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't say that. It's like, really? Let me lock this door. This mirror world. I didn't say his full name, but he cast his gaze downward. I couldn't see his expression. However, I felt something dark coming from him.
僕があの男と
Oh
一
shit.
緒。
No, I didn't mean.
ならどうしろって言うんだ。
He then reached his hand toward me. He gripped me so tightly that I couldn't breathe.
成仏したい。あなたを返してあげたい。俺にはどうしてもこの胸にある恨みを晴らさないといけない。
He needs ghost therapy. It's not ghost prenup. It's ghost therapy. Engi, indeed, indeed.
他にどんな方法がある？月神功が出てくるまであと何百年とあるのに。
His eyes were filled with rage, and yet I could see tears welling up within them. It's all right. The darkness hasn't taken him yet. Hibiki. Perhaps seeing the pain in my face, Hibiki quickly let go of me. I know, poor baby. I began coughing once I was able to breathe again. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I shouldn't have said.
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, him being in hell means he's already won. I imagine it's probably not super satisfying still, right?
僕あなたになんてことを。
Just calm down, Hibiki. I'm all right.
どうしよう。自分が怖い。誰も傷つけたくないのに、あなたを返す方法が見当たらなくて。
All right, I figured it out. Career path. I go learn to be a therapist. And then I come back and I tell him all the things I learned. We help him work through it. But then I can't be with him because that would be like unethical for me to be a therapist and a partner. So maybe I won't be his therapist. I'll just tell him all the books I'm reading, and then he can learn on his own. And then he can self-soothe. No, just kidding. It's a long game. Long con here.
前はもっと単純で月神功だけを待っていればよかったのに。今はそうも言っていられないし。
Yes, get into therapy, use our networking skills to find him a good therapist. We'll get our friend who's into the occult. Let's just like figure out how to get her, ghost sight.
どうしたらいいのか。もう
couldn't help but wrap my arms around him. What could I possibly say to him after that? I'm sorry. He was so confused about what to do. And all I did was blame him for being tempted by Yui's offer. I really am so foolish. Hibiki, I really am sorry. Hibiki trembled in my arms and I held him tightly close to me until he stopped crying. I resolved to hold him close. I brought Hibiki, who had calmed down a bit, to sit down on the bed. I'm going to talk to Yui. It wasn't right to just leave her like that. Then, just as I was about to leave his side, he grabbed me by the sleeve of my uniform.
お願いです。今はどこにも行かないでください。あなたが離れちゃったら僕考えすぎて頭がおかしくなりそうで。
I silently sat down next to Hibiki. I took his hand and squeezed it. He doesn't need to think about anything. Maybe it's just best to let him stay in a daze. In that case, Hibiki, I'm feeling a little tired. Do you mind if I take a rest here?
え？
Not waiting for his reply, I laid down. Ew! It's a little embarrassing, but if I do this, neither of us will have to think about anything right now. Then I pulled Hibiki's hand too. No.
これは
Woo. Gotta make that sound. Yeah. But we don't know what his education level is. It's just like, am I gonna have a baby? Are we married? It makes things feel a little better to just lay like this, right? His cheeks flushed red. I'm sure I'm blushing too.
そういえば久しぶりに布団に横になりました。幽霊は疲れないし睡眠を取らないから。
Sleeping next to someone puts your heart at ease. At least that's what my mom told me when I was little. So I wanted to sleep next to you, like this, Hibiki.
嬉しいです。心安らぐ相手に僕を選んでくれるなんて。
Who else would I choose? I told you before. I love you, Hibiki. We take a nap together, then we wake up late for our favorite TV show. Slept together plus being late equals impending parenthood. Indeed.
そうですよね。
Hibiki's face turned even redder, causing a smile to spread across my face. Like Gracie thought in that one episode of The Nanny. Oh, I see. Seeing him embarrassed like this made him look even cuter, and my love for him overflowed from deep inside me.
僕だってあなたのことが好きですから。
I know you do. I love you. I know. Very Star Wars here. Hibiki's gaze, his words, they all made my chest tighten. And yet, it all feels so comfortable. I don't want to think about anything right now. I just want to stay like this. Is that okay? Hibiki nodded in response.
ありがとうございます。さっき僕はあんな風にあなたを責めたのに変わらず優しくしてくれて本当に嬉しいです。
That won't change. No matter what happens, Hibiki, I whispered to him that I'd love him no matter what. So don't worry and trust me.
すごく嬉しい。そんなに嬉しいことを言われたのは久しぶり。いえ、 初めてかもしれません。もう心臓は動いていないのに、すごくドキドキするんです。まるで生きているみたいに。
Oh, that's very sweet.
あなたといると、自分が幽霊だって忘れちゃう。それくらいあなたに心が揺れる。
Yeah, give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. I smiled gently at Hibiki's words, but gradually found myself growing sleepy. No, night-night kiss. Whether it was because I was lying down or because I felt so safe next to him, I think it's the same for both of us.
あなたは眠っていいですから。ゆっくり休んでください。
Sleep forever. As I was wrapped in his soothing voice, I drifted off to sleep. When I awoke, I was all alone. Hibiki? He's staring kind of intently. Yes? When I called out to him, I heard footsteps, and soon his face peeped through the door.
大看守様が来ていて。
Oh, is that right? I quickly got up and fixed my hair and uniform before saying hello.
大丈夫なようですね。
Yes, no major changes to report. Seiya's expression went from relieved to cheerful. It seems as though he really does care about me. I think it's because I've been trying to get to sleep before the drowsiness and headaches set in.
今後もそうしてください。ああ、そういえば響からすべて聞きましたよ。彼の内情はすべて知るところになった。
Okay. I mean, the warder of hell probably wears a lot of hats. He's the the hell therapist as well. I straightened my posture and approached Seiya. Do you have any ideas? I worry if Hibiki stays like this.
響が抱えている心残りを解消できるかどうかは本人次第。私は鏡の世界を作るのみにとどめ、あくまで彼の行く末を見守るのみ。そう思っていたのですが。
Does that mean things have changed?
響とあなたの関係。おしなべて言えば、愛の力に感化され思うところがあったのです。
Seiya's, yeah, he's a bit of a ham. It's very Raphael. Raphael's getting typecasted.
愛の力、そんなめそうもない。
Oh. Hey, Vicky, just hang on a minute. So in other words, Seiya, are you offering to help us?
あなたがいると話が早いですね。私もそう暇ではありませんから、簡潔にお伝えしましょう。響、月神勲に面会してみてはいかがですか？
You get one free punch.
本来、成仏は個人の問題ですから、今まで口は出さず、見守ることに徹していたのですが、私とて彼女には、無事に写し世へ帰ってほしい気持ちもあり、口を出させていただきました。
Yep, make it count. You could punch, one punch, or one kick. Yeah, give him a kick in the nuts. Or a punch in the face. Me, okay, one punch, one kick at the same time. Nuts and face. Nuts first, and then he'll keel over, and then uppercut to the face. Thank you, but can Hibiki really meet him so easily?
そんなはずはありません。この特例は、大看守の特権を利用して、さまざまな事項をねじ曲げて無理に無理を通したものです。
5 elbows, a knee, and 3 slaps. Take out those huevos. You gotta break some huevos to make an omelet. Dom, not yeah, there you go. There we go. Yeah, we all got the right. It's like, you don't have to chop off his legs. Just kick him in the nuts. Stomp him on the nuts. I see. Hibiki, meeting Isao Tsukigami. I honestly had no idea if it would be something good or bad for him. What does Hibiki think about it? When I looked over at Hibiki, he stood silently, his mouth agape with shock. Scrambled huevos. It's just not possible. This is all so sudden. Give him a smile. Whack him in his pee-pee. Not the nuts, he likes that, I see. Hibiki. I called his name and flashed him a smile to get him to look my way. You don't have to answer right away. You know that, right?
そうですよね。すみません。びっくりして。ありがとうございます。
私としても今すぐに響が決断できるとは思っていませんから、時間を置いて再びお伺いします。
Snip, snip, snip him. Yeah.
ああ、念のための補足ですが、面会は我々の厳重な管理下で行われます。彼をどうこうできるとは思わないように。
Yeah, we'll just take him out for Hibiki at this rate. Yeah. Once Seiya finished speaking, he began to shimmer and faded out of the nurse's office. Doodaloo, doodaloo. Hibiki?
すみません。一人でしばらく考えさせてください。
With that, Hibiki sped out of the nurse's office. I want to follow him I want to follow after him, but Hibiki said he wanted to think alone, and I wanted to respect his wishes. I wonder what he's going to decide. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Alone with my suffering, I wandered the halls of the mirror world.
僕があいつと会って話す？ありえない。そんなのありえない。
I wanted revenge on Isao Tsukigami. That alone kept me in this world.
そうだ。そうだよ。何を迷っているんだ？
Hibiki? The thought of killing Isao Tsukigami was what kept me going. But now I had to think about helping Lolli get home. If I wanted to help her get home, should I meet Isao Tsukigami? But if I met him, there was no way to know for sure if it would erase my regrets. Conversely, it could have made them worse. It might have made my regrets even stronger.
心を強く持てば。
I had changed so much since I met her. I could leave the mirror world. I could talk to other ghosts. She made me so much stronger. So now, the most important thing to me was... the most precious person to me was... Lolli.
あなたのためなら強くあれる気がします。
When I was alive, no matter how bad things got, I always tried to be strong. But now that I was dead, I felt that for the first time. I was strong. Hey, good for him. Unable to sit still in the nurse's office, I decided to head to the library. It wasn't like I could read the books here, but I wonder what Hibiki is doing now. Taking the book he recommended to me, I began flipping through the pages. It's been exactly mirrored. I don't think this will be very easy to read. Since I had nothing to do while I waited for him, I wanted to read more of the book Hibiki liked. I want to know everything about him. I can't help but want to learn more. I wanted to know what he was thinking right now, but when I pushed too far before, I ended up hurting him. I said he was like Isao Tsukigami. Considering what that man had done to Hibiki, that was a truly terrible thing to say. Yeah, it was pretty insensitive. It's not that I don't know where she came from, trying to be like, no man, you're better than that. With everything he's been through, I'm not qualified to judge him. And if I were to get emotional and hurt him with my words...
ここにいたんですね。
I've been looking for you. Hibiki! When he suddenly appeared, he had an unexpectedly calm look on his face.
何をしているんですか？
I thought I'd try reading the book you recommended to me. The puzzled look on his face disappeared and he smiled at my words.
でも、鏡文字だとかなり読みづらいんじゃ。
Yeah, I can't get all the nuance exactly, but I can understand the general feeling of the text. I'm interested in the story, but I also wanted to learn more about what you like, Hibiki.
とっても嬉しいですけど。細かいところまでしっかり読んでほしいので、それは帰ってからにしてください。
Oh. Gently, Hibiki took the book from my hand and placed it back on the shelf. When I go back? Wanting to know what he meant by that, I continued to stare at his profile.
この本、早く読んでほしいです。そのためには、あなたを返さないと。
He continued to speaking without hesitation.
だから僕、月神功に会ってこようと思います。これで心が晴れるのか、正直わかりません。でも、考えたんです。これまでのことを思い返しながら、会って、どうなるかはわかりません。でも、刃を突き立てるのではなく、会話をしてみようかなって。勇気を出してみます。あなたに出会って、たくましくなれた気がするから。だから、きっと大丈夫です。
Thank you. I don't know why, but I ended up thanking him. Thank you, Hibiki, for deciding to meet and talk with him. Thank you. My vision blurred slightly, and I realized that tears were filling up in my eyes. I don't know what else I can say to express this feeling to him.
僕のために泣いてくれるなんて、何度体験しても感無量です。
I nodded and took his hand. I couldn't find any words to say to him. I'm worried that if I spoke, I'd just end up crying. To prepare for what was to come, I went back to the nurse's office to rest again. Seiya appeared.
覚悟を決めたのですね。
はい。どうなるかはわかりませんが。
どうなるかわからないものに挑むという覚悟こそ、私があなたに求めていたものです。
Upon hearing Hibiki's intentions, Seiya flashed a faint smile. Then, Seiya, can you pull the guy out of hell for us? No, he's gonna, it's gonna be the glass between us and the telephone. Like prisons.
それでは、早速地獄へ向かいましょう。
Seiya placed something that looked like a smartphone into his hands and began typing, pointing into the empty space. Whoa. Suddenly, all the hair on my body stood up straight. Huh? The room is changing. The air in the room grew faint and my heart beat faster. Hibiki seemed to feel the same thing, and his body began to tremble.
この空間と地獄を一時的につなげています。響、少々のことは我慢なさい。ああ、あなたは違う場所にいても構いませんよ。
Would it be okay if I went along too? Knowing how filled with anxiety Hibiki must have been, I wanted to stay with him if at all possible.
本来ならば遠慮していただきたいところではあります。地獄は この曖昧な空間よりも空気が悪く、心身ともに悪影響ですから。まあでも、あなたは響の安定剤でもありますし、30分ほどで戻れば大丈夫でしょう。
Thank you very much.
でも、あなたはお留守番の方が来てもらえたら嬉しいですけど、やっぱりあなたの体が心配だし。
Trust me, it'll be a lot harder on me if I'm not there with you.
ずるい。そんなこと言われたら置いていけないじゃないですか。
Oh. So then, let's go together. But aside from the oppressive nature of the air, there aren't like demons or anything to worry about, right?
いますよ。地獄には気味悪い生物から悪魔まで存在します。
Well, you said that very matter-of-factly, okay? Oh.
しかし今回はそのようなならず者たちがはびこる場所には向かいませんのでご安心ください。
I see.
少しでも人外の者たちに会う可能性があるなら、それこそあなたを同行させませんよ。
Thinking about it, it was just as Seiya said. I never thought I'd see hell while I was still alive. Life really could be unpredictable.
本来、うつしおから地獄へ来るには特別な電車を呼ぶ必要があるのですが、ここではそれがなせません。というわけで、緊急措置を取る際に使用するエレベーターを呼びます。
Elevator! That's a Stray Kids song. I'm on a elevator! Bwah, 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 bwah. Suddenly, a crack showed up in the nurse's office, and we found ourselves in total darkness.
この中に飛び込むのです。さあ、どうぞ。
Warp? Is that safe?
ええ、さっと飛び込めばね。
Probably. So it's more like a portal. Elevators don't wrap to other floors.
大丈夫です。僕がそばにいますから。ずっと手をつないでましょう。
Right. Thanks, Hibiki. His hand in mine, we gazed into the deep darkness. Warp! A warm, unsettling breeze began to blow. I was surrounded by darkness. I felt a cold breeze pass through me. This feeling. The air here was so much more oppressive than anything I experienced at the school. My entire body immediately felt strained. Just when I thought I was going to pass out, I felt Hibiki prop me up.
大丈夫ですか？
Thank you. The air here, it's so...
言ったでしょう。地獄の空気のよどみ具合は他の場所の比ではありませんよ。
無理はしないでくださいね。
I'm fine. I just needed a little time to get used to it, that's all. With great difficulty, I stood up on my own, and Seiya followed along after us. Looking around, I saw an area filled with tall ceilings, decorated in a European style.
あまり時間がありませんので、この建物の説明は省きます。こちらです。
We left the room and were ushered into a large hall. There, I saw many people dressed like Seiya scurrying around the place, looking very busy.
この人たちは全員ここで働いているんです。
It's corporate hell! Seeing me looking all around the place, Hibiki called out to me. They're here to judge all the people that committed sins before they died?
そうです。まあ、大看守様もあの人たちも死者なんですけど。
Is that so? I can't imagine working even after death. Yeah, what the heck, man? I couldn't help but wonder what Seiya and the others who work here thought about their jobs. Hibiki's hand touched my shoulder. Seiya appeared to be talking to another staff member. Then, as though he had been prepped for this moment, a man was brought before us, shackles on his hand, feet, and neck. Hibiki? Is that him?
僕も顔を見たことはないので、わからなくて。
That's right. Hibiki was kidnapped and locked up without ever seeing the man's face. Perhaps he would remember him by his voice. As these thoughts passed through my mind, the man who was taken by staff came toward us.
君が話したいという少年ですか？
As soon as the man began to speak, I saw Hibiki's whole body stiffen.
彼が月神勲です。
Yeah. Megaton punch! I could feel Hibiki's presence change in the face of this man, wrapped in heavy chains. Isao's Tsukigami. This diabolical maniac, large and strong enough to kidnap several people. I always imagined him as a terrifying man, and yet the man slumped in front of me was a slender man with a simple kind of elegance about him. He didn't look like the type of person who would be responsible for the death of children. Hibiki? Hibiki put his head in his own hands and began to sob.
申し訳ありませんでした。
Isao Tsukigami fell to his knees. Well, to be more exact, his knees could not reach the ground. It was because of the massive amount of change that bound him.
申し訳ありません。本当に申し訳ありません。謝って到底許されるものではないと分かっておりますが、どうかこの老いぼれの謝罪を聞いてください。
There was nothing frightening about him. His words, his voice. If anything, he looked rather pathetic. Hibiki closed his mouth. Without saying a word, he just stared at the man as he crawled on the ground.
後悔しています。尊い命を残虐な手段でいくつも奪ってしまったこと。娘のためとはいえ、気が触れていました。どう言い繕ろうとも許されることではありません。私は死刑を望みました。しかし、地獄の方々は私の死刑を許しませんでした。
月神勲が受けるべき罰は、長きにわたり罪を背負い反省していくこと。そう結論付けたのです。
I said I was sorry. Can I be let out for good behavior now? I mean, at least he was just like, not, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry you got your feelings hurt. At least it wasn't a bad apology. Sorry. Sorry you died. That sucks. It's like, you did it.
ここを出た後、私がかつて殺めたこの幽霊に襲われるというのなら、どんな罰も受ける覚悟です。いえ、むしろそうしてください。こんな罪深き人間が安らかに成仏するなんてあってはいけないことですから。
Hibiki merely stood there with his mouth still closed in silence. No, that's not right. He can't just silently listen to this. Whack behind punishment, make it worse. Yeah. Instead of showing how he really feels, he's just sitting there listening to this.
申し訳ございません。本当に申し訳ございません。
そろそろ時間です。響。何か言いたいことはありませんか？
No, he ain't. Yeah. Isao Tsukigami crawled on the floor. It was as if to say he was ready to accept any punishment.
僕
Finally, Hibiki opened his mouth, but his voice sounded dry. Then he closed his mouth again. Hibiki. He was trying to say something, but it was clear the words would not come out. He was totally lost.
それではこれで。
Wait! Without a doubt, if we left now, Hibiki would regret that he didn't say anything. As if to protect Hibiki, I stepped forward. If I don't do this... Tag me in, Hibiki, yeah! You can't punch him, but Seiya didn't say I couldn't. I didn't understand everything, but I wanted to speak for him, if only a little. Isao Tsukigami, Hibiki has experienced so many painful years since he died. Yeah. He took his life because of what you did to him. As a result, he struggles with a darkness that's manifested in him. It got so bad, there was even a moment where it seemed as though he was going to become a wraith. Tsukigami bowed so low that his nose nearly touched the floor, and yet I felt a bubbling rage well up inside me. I won't forgive you. Please don't talk about wanting to accept any punishment now. It's too late for that. Looking at him filled me with even more anger. I wanted him to know the sadness Hibiki felt at not being able to be happy. It wasn't something that happened directly to me, and yet I felt as though it was. Even if Hibiki were to forgive you, I won't. I'll never forgive you. No matter how many times you die here, how much pain you feel, it won't be enough. Isao Tsukigami just continued to tremble without saying a word.
響に触れたのですね。憎しみが伝染した。
I truly despised Isao Tsukigami, and I knew Hibiki shared that feeling.
今度こそ時間です。
Now spit! Spit on him! Ha! Tuh! Seiya made a nod to his subordinates, who quickly took Tsukigami away. The man bowed his head deeply and was whisked away. Give him the bird! Give him the bird!
帰り方ですが、このまま待っているだけで勝手に元の場所へ戻ります。
With that, Seiya turned to look at Hibiki.
響、次に月神勲と話せるのは、あれが保釈された後になります。
いえ。
Hibiki stared down at the floor and shook his head back and forth.
いいです。僕がもう話すことはないから。
Hibiki raised his head and our eyes met. His eyes were shining brightly, filled with a joy that looked as though it would overflow.
彼女が全部言ってくれたんです。あの言葉を言ってくれて嬉しかった。
Hibiki! He took my hand and gently pulled me closer to him.
僕のためにありがとう。ものすごく驚きましたし嬉しかった。
Yeah, he's a class act. Go Hibiki. Yeah. Not me though. Stay safe. Bye. Yeah.
だってあなたが僕の気持ちを全部分かってくれていたから。
Well, in that case, that's good. I was glad I had the courage to tell Isao Tsukigami how I felt. Tears were on Hibiki's cheek, then on mine too. I knew that if I gave into these feelings even a little, I wouldn't be able to stop crying. My heart was so filled with emotions.
理解してくれて寄り添ってくれて
Sounds good, Green Yoshi.
立ち向かってくれて本当に
Oops, I cut that off too soon.
理解してくれて寄り添ってくれて立ち向かってくれて本当に幸せです。
He was crying so much he couldn't say anymore. You're such a crybaby, Hibiki.
あなただって泣きそうですよ。
Seiya gently put his hand on Hibiki's shoulder.
無事成仏できそうですね。
それ
With the mention of those words, Hibiki's face clouded over. Instantly, I could feel his emotions coming through his hands.
大好き。恋とか愛とかそういうんじゃない。彼女は僕のすべて。
Oh. As his thoughts flowed into me, the space around us was distorted. Oh, tearing up. No. Before I realized it, in an instant, we had returned to the school and the mirror world. But he left the door locked and I couldn't leave, and I was stuck there forever, and then I died. The end! Close enough. Let's get married. Seiya, he's gone. Only the two of us returned here. Anyway, what was that voice? Okay, I thought he was just like, peace, bye. Hibiki let go of my hand and wiped away his tears. Then, his expression quickly brightened.
彼岸花、染まったか見てみましょう。
Right. When I took the piece of paper out of my pocket, I saw that Hibiki's flower was... It's all colored in.
よかったです。これで帰れますね。
In response to his unnaturally happy voice, I couldn't help but stay silent. The feelings I felt flowing from him earlier, his feeling was that of overflowing affection. I knew then just the extent of our feelings for one another. But it's not just that. He desires me with all of his heart. He told me I'm his everything.
さあ、行きましょう。
Hibiki took me by the arm and began pulling me away. He grabbed me by my clothes. He can't cross over. I knew that. Hibiki?
どうやって元の空間に戻るんですかね。
Hibiki, stop.
とりあえずあなたは鏡の中から出た方がいいと思うんですよ。
Carrie, hi! Who are we marrying? This is the finale for our yandere boyfriend. He just had a confrontation with his murderer in hell. And we're trying to help him cross over so we can go back home. But something's up. Yeah, missed it. We're still going though. It hasn't quite concluded yet, so TBD. Hibiki! At the sound of my shout, he stopped.
何ですか？
He didn't turn around to face me as he spoke. Please listen to me. I freed my arm from his grasp and tried to take his hand.
僕に触れるな。
Oh. It's not yandere, it's strong love. I just got my hand slapped, I think. With those words, he forcefully shook off my hand. If I do... Because if I do, I'll be able to see your feelings. And I'll see your new regret. I'll get to see what's still keeping you here, right? When we were touching before, I felt it. I felt how deeply you care about me. Hibiki dropped his hand with resignation and gave me a self-defeated smile.
僕って本当にダメだな。最後まであなたにそんな顔させて。
Tell me. I want to know how you really feel. If you don't tell me, I can't go home. Still silent, I saw his face shift to a look of determination, and he took a step toward me. Keith? Keith? Then he touched my cheek.
そんなに知りたいなら知ればいい。
I don't want you to leave.
でも僕のことなんて気にしないで 帰ってほしいんです。
Please don't go home. Yes, then he touched my cheek and snapped my neck. I mean, we're still in the territory, man. We're not out of the woods yet.
あなたの幸せは聖者として生きる残りの人生の中にあるって思うから。
I want you to stay by my side forever. Hibiki's thoughts, I can feel them. The words he wanted to tell me and the words he felt were mixed together. I really thought he wanted to cross over. Him leaving this world, leaving me here alone, that was supposed to be my regret. You're lying. I want to know how you feel directly from you.
これならどうですか？
His face drew close to mine, and I closed my eyes. Aww. I felt the contrast of his cold lips against the warmth of mine, stealing the heat away. Smooch. He's sucking the soul out. His expression as cold as ice, he spoke. Kiss, kiss. That's right, Green Yoshi.
鏡に閉じ込めてしまいたい。
Okay. Thanks so much. Yeah, no worries, Green Yoshi. Thanks for popping in. For the kiss. He wants to keep me locked in the mirror. Okay. Between kisses, I felt like his emotions in his voice. Staying here does seem wonderful.
ずっとずっと二人だけの世界にいたい。
But if I stay, his love for me may drive him mad.
あなたのすべてが欲しい。
But if I leave, his despair might drive him mad.
僕のすべてをあげたい。
Our thoughts continued to intertwine and overflow. They crashed together, unstoppable. When our lips parted, we merely shared each other's breaths. Then the silence returned, and finally he spoke.
僕のために
Ooh, sir!
死んでください。
I mean...
あなたの人生全部ください。
Is that gonna be the good ending? Are we gonna murder ourselves? Staring back at me was the Hibiki I knew and loved. His words were harsh and crass, but I knew that that was how he truly felt. So you were finally able to tell me how you feel, huh? I smiled naturally back at him. It was too late to worry. We'd both gone mad for each other already. Oh my gosh, are we gonna murder ourselves? Hand in hand, the two of us headed to the front of the mirror.
考えたんですけど、大観主様が前にあなたを鏡に閉じ込めるなって言っていたんです。つまりその気になれば鏡の中に聖者を閉じ込められるってことですよね。それなら出入りも可能なんじゃないかな。
In that case,
うつしおに帰ってからも許可を出したままにしておけば、もしかしたらここに来られるかもしれません。
Yes. Sorry, Green Yoshi. Yeah, he's saying some things, man. He's my crazy boy. But look, he's giving us a key to the apartment.
大観主様が作った世界だけど、断りは僕だから。
But what happens when I don't go to this school anymore, man? If he could go to all mirrors, that'd be cool.
僕たちの思いの深さがあれば、きっと。絶対に大丈夫。
You gotta break in, yeah. Is that really okay?
いいも何も、あなたに人生を謳歌してもらいたいっていう願いは本当なんですよ。ただ、離れ離れになるのが嫌だっただけ。
Hibiki's fingers lovingly caressed my cheek.
最初、 僕は聖者のぬくもりに心がざわめいた。そして、あなたの心のぬくもりに惹かれた。たとえこの先、あなた以外の聖者に触れる機会があっても、僕は狂わない。
His words, bordering on obsession, made my head spin. In a sense, the way he spoke made him sound crazy, you'd think? But I guess I'm the same. After all, I couldn't see myself with anyone else.
毎日ここに来てください。死ぬまで。ずっと。そして、死んでからは、永遠に、そばに。
Whale? It's a promise. Together, forever. Hibiki, I love you.
僕だって、大好きです。
Even though we were about to part ways, we smiled at each other. Proof we trusted each other from the bottom of our hearts. There was no need to be anxious anymore. After all, we'd be together forever.
壊れそうな儚い日々、君と二人確かめ合ったこの夜
There's probably gonna be a little bit of after story, maybe.
まだずっとそう隣
Yeah, the end? I mean, are we cool? Well, now, here's the thing. Of the boyfriends, this is probably one of the more viable, like, you know... so sudden, yeah, sorry about that. Okay, of all the boyfriends, like, we still get to see each other. Aside from the one that was actually alive. Yeah, the music's weird. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know how to, like, or I think it's just the way it's, like, mixed. They just layer in the loud music. Oh, man. What's happening? Now, this works if it's all mirrors, not just the ones in the... It's okay. Oh, it's still louder than me? Ooh, sorry. Better? Good. I turned it down, but I guess I didn't turn it down enough. Yeah, better. Okay, awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. Man. Yeah, no. Of all the boyfriend situations, though, this is still a viable dating situation, in a sense. Aside from the one that was, like, alive. Green Monster Energy was alive, but, at least we still get to see him. But it only works if I can do all mirrors and not just school mirrors, because eventually I'm not going to be at this school, probably, unless I'm like, I'll work here, I'll be the janitor, I'll do whatever. Okay, here we go. Don't tell me it just ends that way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Story. With all the colors of the corpse flowers vivid on the page, I thought to myself, I want to go home. And in an instant, I was back. Then I immediately collapsed on the ground of the school. When someone found me, I was rushed to the hospital. In the time of the real world, I had been missing for 9 days. My family was both happy to see me and upset I'd disappeared. Then, when I had recovered, I left the hospital. After school, the halls dyed with the color of twilight. I walked alone. After checking to make sure no one else was around, my hands reached out to the mirror. Tadaima! It's connected.
Then I felt my hand being sucked into the mirror again. Just like before, it was like I was melting into the cool lake. Okaeri nasai. Then I felt myself being pulled to the other side.
よかった。無事ですね。
He hugged me and I felt the familiar warmth of his embrace. I'm sorry it's been so long. Right after I got back,
知っています。僕、ずっとあなたのそばにいましたから。
Oh? Huh?
実は鏡から出て、あなたの様子を見ていたんです。
Really? But that's outside the school. What about your fear of leaving the school?
僕の心はもう、あの時みたいに弱くないから。闇に精神が侵される心配はないです。
Easy way to keep seeing him would be to become a teacher at the school. But that's only if you stay employed, right? Like, what if they're just like, yeah, no, you shouldn't be teaching. You just stare at the mirror all day. Now that he mentioned it. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that.
最近はクレハさんや他の幽霊とも交流したりして、
Asian guy, hello,
僕も僕で
welcome.
前に進めています。
Yeah, we gotta buy the school. Turn it back into the murder mansion. Totally fine. We become the school janitor. We could scrub that mirror overnight. That's true. That's true. I mean, I guess we could just live in the mirror. See. Oh, he's made ghost friends. Good for him. Really? That's amazing. Even though he decided not to cross over yet, it was nice to see Hibiki continuing to grow.
でも、いつも僕が見ているから会いに来なくても大丈夫。なんて、思わないでくださいね。あなたと触れ合わないと、やっぱり徐々に情緒不安定になるから、会いに来てくださいね。毎日、休み時間ごとに。
Sir. That might be a little tough. If people saw me entering the mirror, it would cause quite a fuss.
そうなったら今度こそ、ここでずっと一緒に過ごして、表の喧騒からあなたを引き離すのもお手かな？
It's kind of scary how serious you sound.
だって、
Bitch, I am.
本気ですから。
Seeing him say those things with a straight face, I knew he was a little off. He's thinking some scary stuff. I should make sure and visit him often so he doesn't turn those thoughts into plans. No, this is all good. I've seen these, like, this is a very manga trope where it's just like he's gonna see me with a male friend and be like, who's that? And then he's gonna lock me up and mortar me. So this is like Foster's home for imaginary friends. We have to show up every day to play with him or he gets put up for adoption. Oh, I don't think I've seen that. But I also wanted to see him. But if you stay in this mirror even after I graduate, what are we gonna do then? It's not like strangers can just waltz into the school whenever they want.
それなら大看守様に相談するしかないですね。ああ、大看守様って言えば、あなたが帰ってからいくら経っても僕が成仏してないから叱られちゃって。
I can totally picture that.
そういえば、今日あった小テスト、結構苦戦してましたね。
Hey, you don't have to watch over me that closely. And so the two of us talked casually, laughing as we did so. It's getting late. I should probably go home before my family starts to worry. But on the other hand, I could hang out in the mirror world until they cool down too. I had quite the strange double life now, but I didn't mind as long as I was with him. This place in the mirror was Hibiki and my own happy little world. Oh my gosh, is it gonna end that way? No! I don't know how I feel about that. We have not resolved our problems here. Honeymoon dimension, yeah. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of things I like. I still...
未だ成仏できないのは、あなたのせいですよ。こんなに幸せな理由で成仏できないなんて、幽霊の中で僕だけかも。明日も鏡の中で待っています。絶対に来てくださいね。 愛しています。心から。
Oh. My guy. All right, all right. Well, we did it. All right. I mean, yeah. I still individually there are parts about Hibiki I like. I thought he was very sweet. I like I like the way his voice sounds, that kind of stuff. But he cray, it's fine. I hope we do find the loophole that it's like, oh, any mirror. It does not have to be school mirror. Totally fine. Because then, yeah, then it'll be easy. But, I don't know. I have to think about that. Stuck here forever. Exactly. I mean, there is going to be one day where he's just like, yeah, like I said, if he accidentally sees, like, you know, your classmate, it's like, that classmate was getting too close to you. You stay here. Like, just a very jelly boyfriend. It's like, I don't like that you're, you know, how much time you spend with your family. And it's like, yo, bro. Yeah. But oh well. I guess we'll see. And what if at a certain point he's gonna watch me age? He's gonna stay the same age, and he's gonna watch me age, and he's gonna be like, no, I hope not. I hope that that ghosts have a sense of loyalty, that they're just like, no, I'll love you forever, you period, you know. So, but I don't know. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we were able to finish this chapter, and yeah. Oh, poor Hibiki. What are we gonna do? Got to figure out how to resurrect him in a proper body that ages with us. Yeah, that's true. Also, what happens if we pass on naturally? Like, how will he? I guess he'll see. He'll know. He's watching us. So, I don't know. Also, like, what if he like a level of privacy is needed. It's just kind of like, you know, it's like, hey, I gotta go to the potty. It's like, I don't mind that. It's like, get out of here, and I can't really enforce anything. He's like, I'll just go invisible. You won't even know. It's like, no, creepo. He's like, you like that about me. It's like, well, not like that, but okay. Yeah, you gotta let him watch me poop. That's, you know, it's kind of like how dogs do that. They look around and make sure that you're watching out for them. So it's a safety thing. I was like, okay. All right. Well, like I said, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. We did it. I'll have to think about, you know, next time what playthrough we're gonna do, because we're just gonna keep doing 9-rip. We still have like 5 boyfriendos in this game that we still gotta romance. So yeah, we'll think through that. But all right, so my next stream is tomorrow. I'm doing Study Buddies Lunch on Iriam. I'll hope to see y'all then. But yeah, thanks so much. All right, night, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe. Don't get pulled into the mirror by your yandere boyfriend like me. So, bye.